What's up guys, Prepared Guy here once again. Today we're taking a look at the Olight Array. As many of you know, there was a ton of sales this holiday season. They had Black Friday where they broke out the Perun, and that was a pretty good light. And then right after the Perun came the Array, and I was kind of mad because I was looking at the Perun as, hey, look at this is an EDC pocket EDC that I can also utilize an optional head strap to make it into a headlamp. And then that was gonna be my headlamp, guys. That was gonna be my headlamp. And then I bought it, I got it, and then a couple days later, they announced the Array, and I'm like, wait a second. It's a 400 lumen, 2.5 hour runtime headlamp that just looks really cool, and I want that. Of course we want that. It's a cool flashlight from Olight. So I got this for $45 with the flash sale, and I wasn't disappointed, guys. It was really a cool light right out of the box. It just had so many nice little bells and whistles going on with it. You know, it had the micro USB right there. You know, you could turn it on, you could turn it off from this little switch. The back lights up. Really cool light, right? But I just got the Perun. I thought that was going to be my headlamp, and then when I got this, I was like, you know what, this is much lighter than the whole Perun setup with the head strap and everything. So I said, you know what, I'm going to utilize this as my long-term use headlamp, and then the Perun's going to be for those quick bursts where I really need a lot of light really quick. So I have that in a separate bag, this in a separate bag. I have lights everywhere. It's crazy. It's chaos, guys. So anyways, so this comes with a cool little case, and I thought, you know what, that's cool. I'm never probably going to use this case because I'm just going to throw this in my bag and break it out and go. Now the bad part about that is this is kind of feeling flimsy. I feel like I'm going to break it, and the worst part is it only has a 2-year warranty, and I know I'm gonna this thing up. I just know I am. So that's basically where we're at right now with this light. So let's jump into some of the technical details of this light. So right now we're looking at this light. It is running for 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it's really not. It only ran for 2 hours and 25 minutes for the runtime at the 400 lumens mode. Now, I was hoping it was going to run for at least the 2 hours and 30 minutes. Heck, I was actually hoping it was going to run longer, but unfortunately inside this battery bank that they have on the back of the light, it only has a 2000 milliamp 3.7 volt built-in lithium ion battery, and you can't take that out. I was hoping that they would throw like two 18650s or something in there, but also, guys, they didn't do that because of the weight. They want to make sure the weight is not going to be something that's going to be crazy for this light. The whole point of this light was so you can have something that's bright, long-lasting, and lightweight. The recharge time from dead took 2 hours and 54 minutes to completely recharge this light, which I thought was pretty reasonable considering the fact that I like a light that takes just as long to recharge as it does to drain. This is IPX4 rated, which is, I didn't test the IPX rating, but IP68 is like the lowest I really want to go whenever I test anything in submerging. It has a drop rating of 1 meter, which is about waist height, which is kind of stupid because it is a headlamp and the average person is at least 4.5 to 5 feet tall minimum. And so, you know, if you drop this, you could break it if it falls off your head. So who thought this was going to be a good idea? You should make it a little bit sturdier. I mean, the average person, like I said, is about 5 feet tall. So there you go. So it does come with the extra clips. So if you wanted to put something else, like if you wanted to put a different type of battery bank on here, guys, this does have a micro USB port in there. So you can stick your, you know, your battery bank or something in there and plug it in. So say you have a backpack and you throw a battery bank in there, you run your USB cable up to this, and you could probably get, you know, several more hours out of this, you know, if you wanted to hook up a 10,000 milliamp battery. Obviously 10,000, if it's going to do 2.5 hours at the 2,000 milliamps, if you have a 10,000 milliamps, you're talking 5 times that. So you think about that, that's a pretty good runtime if you did something like that, if you ran it through a backpack. And so it has these clips so you can attach whatever you want to attach there as well. Like I said, I paid $45 in the flash sale, but this retails regularly for $59.95 on the Olight website. So let's get into some of the button pushes on the side of this thing so you guys can understand. There are 2 different lights. There's a frosted light in the front, and then there's just one that's kind of a little deeper, and it's for, this one's for throw, this one's for flood illumination, and you can't really see it too well because I have my camera light on, and if I turn it off, it's just not going to look right. Or maybe it looks a little better, I don't know. But anyways, so let's just do a little test right here. Single light, 50 lumens, hold it down, it jumps up to 200 lumens. Then you double click, that brings you to the 400 lumens, and you hold it down again, and this brings you to the 100 lumen. So that's what that looks like. All right guys, it's beam shot time. So I am about 20 feet away from the tree in front of me. We're gonna throw this into 400 lumens. And as you can see, this is what 400 lumens looks like. Not bad at all. I'm picking up plenty of light. I can see everything that's there in front of me. It's nice and bright. I don't have to worry about squinting because it's not too bright, but it's bright enough. And you can see all the way to those trees in the back. Now remember, this has a 262 foot beam throw, so you're going to be able to see things in the woods from far away. So like I said, you know, those trees back there are deep, so you're talking to probably about 55 feet roughly, maybe almost 60 feet to that tree way in the back there. So not too bad. Pretty decent throw on this. And like I said, I have the ISO up, so you're actually seeing exactly what I'm seeing right now. So if I turn the headlamp off, this is what it looks like. I turn it back on, this is what it looks like. So that's pretty decent. And so for those up close and personal medial tasks, you're going to be able to see what you're doing from, we're about a foot away from this, maybe 1.5 feet away from this circuit breaker box, and you can see everything there perfectly clear. This is the 50 lumens low mode. That's pretty decent. So I'll take a step back, and you know, 50 lumens, I'm probably about 5 feet away from this now. Not bad at all. You can see exactly what you're looking at. Alright guys, so this has been my first impressions video on the Olight Array, and so far I've liked it. It's been a pretty decent light, but I've only had it in my possession for 4 days, so I want you guys to come back to the channel. In 30 days I'm going to do an update video from a user's perspective of having this and using it for 30 days hands-on, and give you guys the specs for what I've kind of learned from using it in that time. So come back then and I'm going to tell you more, but for now I'm going to give you guys a rundown on the pros and cons of this light. So first we're going to start with the pros. I like the fact that it's lightweight. I would equate it to something about the weight of a bandana or even a hat, just for the feeling of it on your head. It doesn't really feel weighed down and bulky. Like I said, I just got the new Perron and I feel like that's extremely heavy compared to this light. So and it's actually a little bit, I think it's a little bit lighter than this light, but it feels heavier for some reason. So that's one thing that I do like about this light, that it's lightweight. The other part that I like about this light is that it has a long run time for the full-on 400 lumen output. You're looking at 2.5 hours from the Olight manual. I ran it and did my own runtime test. I got 2 hours and 25 minutes, which is comparable. It's not too far off from the Olight manual runtime, so I will give it a thumbs up for that. So with the cons though, I don't like the fact that Olight offers just a 2-year warranty for this light. I feel like they should just stand behind it like every other light that they have. I'm not exactly sure why they only give you 2 years instead of the 5-year warranty that they usually give. If you guys want to leave a comment down below and kind of explain that to me, I would love to hear your perspective on that. So with the cons, I also want to talk about the drop or impact rating at 1 meter. 1 meter, we're a lot taller. Most people are a lot taller than 1 meter height. That's pocket height for most people. 1 meter, this is going to be going on your head, so it's going to obviously, if you drop it, it's going to be falling from a lot further than 1 meter. So that's something I didn't like about the technical spec on that point. So that is just about it, except for the one final fatal flaw for this light that I cannot frigging stand. I hate the UI. I think it's one of the worst UIs that Olight has ever created. I think that the button pushes they're just not right. I just don't feel right. It's not intuitive. When I turn the light on, it just feels wrong. It takes forever to turn on, and then to turn off, you have to wait for it to dull down, and that's because of the capacitor usage in it. They didn't run their cycles properly. They're trying to compensate and have the cycles running so that it can boost the output and also conserve the batteries, but in doing so, that's why you're getting that little lag there for turning it on and turning it off, and I don't like that. The other part is I never know where I'm at when I press the button. So if I turn it on, I'm at 400 lumens, I press it, double click it again, I don't know where I'm at. Double click it again, turn it back on, then you have to hold it down, and it goes through a bunch of different other things. I think what they should have done with this is just left it simple, like the S1R batons. Just, you know, something simple, press it, hold it down, let it ramp through, and you're good, you know what I mean? I think they should have just made it simple like that. Doing this extra clicking stuff, it's too much stuff to think about, especially if you're aggravated and you're already working on something that's driving you crazy, and you need a headlamp, and it's dark outside, it's raining, you're changing a tire, you're doing this, you're already gonna be stressed out as it is, and this light with this extra UI BS is going to even more stress you out. So that's another thing. That's a huge point deduction right there for that whole aspect of the light. So other than that stuff, guys, I like this light. I'm going to come back to you guys in 30 days and let you know the full rundown on how this light has been after 30 days. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.
If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please feel free to smash that subscribe button now and click the notification bell so that you can get notified each week when new videos come out. New videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This has been The Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.